Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Batra, and this is where we discuss everything about the stock market action through the day today and how the markets have shut shop on the FNO expiry session, and as also what do we really expect from the markets as we move forward from here. So let's get started with what exactly were the closing levels. Well, second day in a row, we have seen a positive closing for the Indian markets. In fact, it was a better than closing that we had expected right at the start of this day. About 1,041 point of a jump on the Sensex, over almost 1.8% of a jump, 56,857 as a closing level. The Nifty reclaiming 16,929, up about almost 290 odd points, 1.8% in trade. About 1865 shares were seen advancing in opposition to 11389 shares that were seen declining. Bajaj Twins, Bajaj Finance, and Bajaj Finserv were the star performers of the day today, rising almost 9-10% in trade on the back of stellar numbers of Bajaj Finance. Also, the share split and the bonus announcement of Bajaj Finserv as well. Leading the pack definitely, and followed by Kotak Mahindra Bank, IndusInd Bank, SBI Life Insurance as the major gainers of the Nifty. The losers, however, included some names from the cement pack like Shree Cement and Ultratech Cement. There were some auto names like Bajaj Auto, pharma sector, Cipla was down in trade, Bharti Airtel was trading subdued. Among the sectors, it was the banks and the IT sectors that really outperformed the street. The metals, power, and realty were also up by 1 to 2% each. The BSE mid cap and added about 1% in trade. The small cap index rose by 0.5% in trade as well, and the rupee ended higher by 15 paisa, 79.75. So the big question is, what really led to the kind of soaring rally that we've seen in the markets? 1,000 point of a gain in today's trading session. Where to put it clearly, it was three to four clear factors that supported the market sentiments today. One was, of course, the global markets that were positive, the US and the Asian markets that supported the sentiment. And that was on the back of the bigger reason, the US Fed rate hike. Now, remember, markets were anxious ahead of it. In anticipation of how much exactly would the US Fed really raise. And the expectation was anywhere between 75 basis points to 100 basis points. The US Fed went ahead and did a 75 basis points of a hike, which was quite in line with the expectations. So that came in on the positive stride as well. Apart from this, the statements made by the US Fed, the American Central Bank gave future interest rate guidance as well in the range of 3 to 3.5%. The analyst said that the Fed, though through its commentary, has made markets believe that this interest rate upcycle may not really last long, in contrary to what was being anticipated earlier. And this may have got a positive implication on the equities globally. Also, positive comments and calming of the nerves kind of a sentiment and statements coming in on the recession front, where US Fed believes that US is not going to be in recession. Another factor that definitely supported the markets globally and then in India as well. The second bigger factor that supported the rally in today's trading session was the FII's return. Remember, over the last 6 months in this year 2022 calendar year, we have seen 2.5 lakh crore rupees of Indian shares being sold by the foreign investors. They have been on a selling spree, but July has actually turned out to be a better month when we did see staggered fashion of FIs really returning to the street. In July, we have seen that the selling pace has reduced. The foreign institutional investors net sold Indian stocks worth $146 million. And when you compare it to the June month, what kind of sell off did we see? It was upwards of $6.3 billion that were being sold in June. So, substantial reduction on the selling from the FIIs. Apart from this, the strengthening of the rupee appreciating about 14-15 paisa to 79.77 against the dollar, that also supported the sentiments. Of course, going forward from here, experts do believe that what will be important to find out is whether the markets continue to stay in this kind of a momentum. Most of the experts do believe there could be bouts of volatility. So, experts do say that traders need to be very cautious at this point in time, even as we are going to be heading to the next week, when the all important Reserve Bank of India's meeting will also take place. The Monetary Policy Committee will meet to decide on the interest rates domestically. Now, there could be an interest rate hike yet again. What would this mean for the markets? Will the markets take it in positive or negative stride? That will be something that the Indian markets will watch out for. The Indian rupee and the crude oil movement, the domestic earnings will be important to watch out for. The all important big company HDFC Limited will be coming up with its earnings as well. So most of the earnings will be important to track as we move forward from here. But of course, today was a great day and we ended the FNO expiry session on a high note. No volatility and no signs of any kind of a weakness right there. And that was definitely cheered on by all the investors who managed to see 3.5 lakh crore rupees of wealth being added to their kitty in just the last one or two odd trading sessions. So that was a big positive again for them. The markets managed to end at a 2 month high as well. The BSE market cap, like I said, was trading 3.38 lakh crore rupees higher than the 263 lakh crore rupees that was seen on Tuesday. So in 2 days, we've seen about 3.5 lakh crore rupees added to investors' kitty. So big positive right there. Keep you posted with everything that's passing on the D Street and all the business news developments. So don't go anywhere and stay tuned on to Business Today TV for a whole lot more that's coming up right up on your screens.